Hey everyone, it's Ryan Leonard with Wolfnest Property Management. Today we're going to be talking about how important is tenant screening, and bottom line, it is the most important, and if you're not doing it right, you're going to see the effects of that down the road. So let's take a look here. So again, whether you've been doing this yourself for years, you're going to try to do it yourself for the first time, or you're looking at hiring a property management company, tenant screening is, again, one of the most important parts of running that property effectively and really maximizing the return on the investment. So again, let's take a look at some of the reasons why you need to do thorough tenant screening anytime you have a vacant property. So again, one of the first benefits of tenant screening is you are going to be doing, really an 8-step credit and background screening with us at Wolfnest. That is a, credit check, criminal background check, sex offender registry check, nationwide eviction check. We like to verify income and employment, landlord references, and also throw the application through our attorney's database, who's been doing eviction or landlord law for about 25 years here in the Valley, and literally handles 85% of the entire eviction case workload. So again, putting applicants through these screening policies or processes is a great way to protect that property. If you find someone that looks great on paper, but you come to find out that they have an eviction in the past, or they have a criminal history of violence or drug-related items very recently, those are things that could potentially happen at your property and really put you and any other tenants at risk. So again, one of the biggest benefits, it's just protecting that property or really protecting your investment. Another good thing is safeguarding other renters. When you are a tenant, you expect to have reasonable enjoyment of that property and also feel safe, right? With the way that rental rates are currently, tenants are paying a lot of money, and they want to make sure that they are going to be safe and there's no risk of theft or bodily injury or anything happening, in units maybe across the hall, next to them if they're up and down, or even next door. Those are all things that you want to safeguard. So by doing these thorough checks, you can help ensure that the tenant that moves into a new unit is going to, take care of the property, take pride in the property, pay on time, and also not put anyone at risk. Another great benefit of thorough tenant screening is avoiding future issues. Now, a lot of DIY landlords kind of shoot from the hip, and they may not be abiding by Utah Fair Housing Laws or Utah Fit Premises Act, kind of those big, scary laws that people just, kind of blindly walk into it, don't know what they're doing, and all of a sudden come to find out that they are maybe discriminating in their screening policies or procedure, or not doing something that is, up to code. So at the end of the day, by having a thorough screening process that's fair and consistent, you're not going to put yourself at risk of a discrimination lawsuit or any type of lawsuit down the road. So also, tenant screening can be made easy. Here at Wolfnest, we have a tenant placement program for those owners that still want to manage the property themselves. Also, in our full service, premium, or elite packages, tenant screening and placement, move inspections, lease signing, underwriting, marketing, all that is included with our management fee, meaning we don't charge you leasing fees, lease renewal fees. So we make it very easy for owners who either want to do it themselves or they want full service and not pay 1 month's rent or $1,000 to place each tenant. That's actually something built into our lease agreement. So if you want to discuss this in a little bit more depth or go over your screening policies or process or discuss our services, I'd be happy to do so. There's our website. There's my phone number. Give me a call, and look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you.